quality of living. Pay attention. You see, dating back in, maybe early centuries, we had our fathers, as farmers. They made what they use or what they eat from farming. And as time progressed, they migrated to what we call the Industrial Revolution. That was when companies started to come in, industrialize so many sectors. And, the great, children then started leaving farms to start going to school. Pay attention. You see, this particular story tonight, or what I'm actually sharing with you, will help you understand where we are right now. I'm telling you the honest truth. Now, why these particular children left farm and, entered schools and started developing skills to be able to function in the new world of industrial revolution as of that time. This particular set of people who mastered the art of, education became authority in different fields, in different sectors. And it reigned for years. It became basics of living. It became standard at which society measured people. And while they were progressing, something happened. We dabbled into what we call the computer revolution. Pay attention, so that this meeting you are joined today will make more sense to you. Pay attention. You see, this set of people started changing. So many of them started acquiring, computer literacy. They started to improve their skills. But do you know, in all this revolution, there are a set of individuals who say, it is not for me. These things are not going anywhere. In fact, leave me the way I am. I'm good. I'm okay. But you know one thing that happens? Revolution, time does not wait for anyone. It actually leaves people behind and migrate the migratable to the next level. And you know what happened? People who became computer literate started to lead again in different companies, in different sectors. Income improved. Some people started to earn times 10, times 5 of how much they were worth in the years past. And why these things were happening, we came into another revolution again called, we have the likes of Google, we have the likes of Instagram, we have the likes of, a lot of technologies that started to emerge from one location to another. That was when it started to become possible for people to be in one location and still have access to other locations as well. And people started to change their mindset. People started to improve themselves. People started to migrate to that new levels. And when they migrated, what happened? The richest men we can ever refer to today. And you can see a typical example is Mark Zuckerberg, who is the founder of Facebook. And today you can tell that his impact in humanity is beyond cities. Through connected economy, he established one of the biggest communication center in the whole world. And he's doing that without a single office in most countries or in every country. But do you know, it did not stop there. And as we speak, another revolution came. And what is that revolution? The revolution is what? The artificial intelligence revolution. Artificial intelligence came to help us more. Some people call it the future. We call it the present. And those who master it now becomes an authority. And I will show you and share with you few careful ways artificial intelligence has actually shaped our world or changing things so fast. Now today, through artificial intelligence, we have doctors who can do some diagnosis with AIs. We have schools, people can study better right now or today with AIs, with artificial intelligence. We have businesses, companies, improving in their marketing on how to attract customers through AIs. We have, different things people started today to write with AIs. We see the other set of people who are doing what, who are thriving in content. Now, let me tell you something. Before now, individual could rely on his personal ability to be able to create some quality content that he can engage the audience. Today, through writing, one can prompt AI to produce realistic videos that you can hardly believe is not a real human being. Now, in all these things, what has AI and artificial intelligence come to do today? It has helped us improve in the communications in most feeds on how to be better. And do you know one thing it has solved? It has literally produced more ways an individual can make more progress with a lesser time. In most cases, in different companies, jobs are downsizing. Look at how revolution works. When a revolution takes place, some people are replaced. No, you did not hear me. When a revolution takes place, some people are what? Replaced. And today, we find it difficult. A lot of people find it difficult to get jobs. You see, the other day, I was interacting with some of my colleagues, and we were coming to the notice that WhatsApp, Facebook sacked almost 70% of their physical human beings that are working as, let's say, whatever it is called, customer care or whatever, and replaced almost all of them with what? AIs. Why? They can produce more results with less time. They can create more impact with less time. And that is actually the benefit of these technologies. But do you know what this technology has come to do is very simple. It's actually on board those who are willing to change in the new vehicle and leaves those who are not willing in the old vehicle. And the only way to onboard is to learn the new era. Today, you may not be forced to go to school to learn some skills anymore. The only thing that is different between you, who may be succeeding with the recent revolution, is your desire to self-educate yourself, and that is the reason why you find yourself in a meeting like this. But there is also one problem again. Those who apply what they learn and those who watch others apply what they learn. So tonight, I'm going to be showing you one of the best AI in modern day. Why? In literally everything we are doing in this life right now, AI is involved in it. Today, we have drones as planes that can actually go from one destination to another to fight wars. We have today automobiles, cars that you do not know, you do not need to get a human being. It will drive itself. Today, all the communication, all the technology we are using is, adopting AI. And guess what? All we have to do is to learn how to use these things to our own advantage. And on this process, Dexify was born. Now, Dexify is simply an artificial intelligence that helps an individual to make money in crypto space. And I'm going to be sharing my screen, right? Dexify helps an individual to make money in crypto space and allows you to have quality times or quality time with your loved ones and family. Now, the question is, what is liquidity provision? When you come into crypto space, there are different activities individuals do to make money. You can do crypto in different ways. Some people trade. There are AI bots that can trade. Why? The manual way of doing things are reducing. Why? Because AI helps to make some better decisions and some quick decisions, or maybe in terms of analysis in different ways. Why? Because these are tools designed to reduce hectic work a human being has always engaged with. And now, when you come to crypto, there are some who use bots to mine, which is AIs. People use AIs in different things. You can make money in crypto as a trader, and that is what most people know: buy or sell. And a lot of people who call themselves traders are not really traders, they are just hodlers. They buy a coin hoping when it will appreciate to sell. Why that is good? Why that can be good for so many? There are other people as well using a method of what we call launch pad or launch pool to make progress in crypto space as well. But you know, in all these things I'm explaining, it takes knowledge on how to do it. And in crypto, we have this set of people who uses what we call the liquidity provision method to make money. And I'm going to be assuring you tonight that liquidity provision is one of the most safest way to do crypto. And how does it work? In typical way, in a layman understanding, it works this way. Let us assume you, each and every one of us listening to the sound of my voice tonight, we all have bank accounts. Now, this bank account of ours, we deposit money in this bank account. And when we deposit money in this account, what we did is that we provided liquidity for these bankers. And when the banks receives this money, they don't leave it in the bank. They give it to people who are trading, who have large businesses, who can buy or sell and return interest to them. So when they give out this money, because they have liquidity, which was contributed by you, they now earn transaction fees from people who they loan that money to. Now, when you come into crypto space, what happened here is that you are now the bank, right? Or you are now the liquidity provider, who at this point, you have a bank. This bank is yours. We call it pool, a pool. This pool is like a place where you bring this your liquidity. When you deposit your liquidity, transactions are happening. These buyers and sellers are buying because there is liquidity in this particular bank of yours. Now, as they are picking this coin because you provided value, you are earning transaction fees. And that is exactly how we make money in this particular space. But do you know what brought me here tonight on this training? It's not about the liquidity pool itself. It's about the process on how to do it. Normally, you need some knowledge to do crypto of any kind. Whether you are even looking for airdrop or even looking for mining, or you want to become a trader, there are processes you need to undergo to do it. And all these things, it requires time. Now, what we have taken advantage of is the ability to manage time and produce more results. And what Dexify has done is to cut out the processes that actually consume people's time and give us more opportunity in the market to make more progress or make more money at the same time. So now, instead of doing liquidity provision this way, the normal, typical way to do it is simply that, you go to this market, make a research of some pairs or some coins that have good TVL, which is total value locked, and also some coins that has good volume. Now, what is a volume? Pay attention. We are here to learn. A volume means, the amount of transactions that is going on within that particular token at that particular moment. And after looking at these volumes and every other thing, what do you do? The next thing, you go use your capital, buy this coin, and you take it to a pool and provide this liquidity. And when you are earning fees, when you earn fees, you can close it and convert your money back, and you have your capital and your profit. It is quite profitable. Why? Because in this market, traders are always active 24 hours. There's always buying or selling happening. And the fees you generate from this particular liquidity provision comes whether people are buying or people are selling. So this time around, we're not targeting whether market is going up only or market is going down only. Why? As a liquidity provider, what we do is to position ourselves in a market, and our hope and our expectation is transactions, meaning the volume. Once there is a good transaction, people are buying or selling in any which way, people always pay fee. You can't sell a crypto without paying fees. You can, and that this fee you get it faster. Dexify was born. Instead of you to go up on here, please confirm if you can hear me. Can you confirm if you can hear me?
I can't hear you, sir. We can't hear you.
How long have you not been hearing me?
For like 2 minutes now.
For like 2 minutes. All right, so now let's proceed. I'm going to be sharing my screen once again. Sorry for that. It was network, and of course, I don't know what is wrong with MTN sometimes. All right, so now what do you do? Please, if in any way you stop hearing me, please call my attention to it. All right, just call my attention to it. Now, please, I needed to confirm, where did you stop hearing me? What was I saying when you stopped hearing me? Can anybody remind me? Let me know where to pick up from, because I needed to carry us along very well. Can anybody tell me, where did I stop? All right, so now let's move forward. I believe you can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, spin the love emoji. Spin the love emoji, please. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know that you can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, spin the love emoji. Very important. Spin the love emoji. Can you hear me? Please, if you can hear
Yes,
me,
we can hear you.
you can. Is there in any time you stop hearing me?
No, sir, we are hearing you.
But I have been asking since. All right, so let's move forward. Let's move forward. Okay, so now, in dealing with liquidity provision, instead of going through the manual processes, now let me repeat, because I believe I was explaining about liquidity provision and how to go about it, right? So instead of doing liquidity provision this way, all you needed to do is to do what? To use an artificial intelligence. The manual way takes time, which actually, warrant in such a way that you need to master something, you need to understand some certain things, maybe the TVL or the volumes and every other thing. I'm going to be showing you how Dexify as AI has cut out all those manual processes and gives an individual opportunity to do this on autopilot. All right. So now let's go. Let's move. So now at this point, I'll just click on discover. Now, when I click on discover, take a look at this. If I come to this place, you see what Dexify did was to go into the crypto space where liquidity pools are happening, where people are providing liquidity normally. It scans this particular market and shows you what is going on in the market, right? And here you can see different pools, and you can see the state of this particular pools. Now look at this. These are the research you are supposed to make. You can see there is no way an individual who are not familiar with those technicalities could probably understand maybe some low liquidities. There are some based on the experience you have or the knowledge you have about it. But one thing with artificial intelligence and Dexify is that it helps you to understand how this market works. It helps you to understand how this market works, right? Meaning that instead of you stressing yourself, you can see this pool and classify it as dead, meaning that you shouldn't provide liquidity on these particular pools. So what do? Now let's go. Let me just show you now. What do? All you needed to do is to come here and you look for the one that is what? That is active. You can see the one on fire, Solangless, right? Solangless. Now, if I click on Solangless, what do you see here? Dexify has actually gone to the market, filtered this particular coin, and shows you what the TVL is all about. So here you can see what we call the TVL, meaning that you don't need to bother yourself about these things. All you need is you come here, you check the TVL, check the volumes, and also check the fees being generated already, and you can provide your liquidity. All right? You can provide your liquidity on this particular pair, and you can earn consistent income. All right? So now, when you come to this place, all you needed to do is very simple. Once you have checked this particular pair, and you like this one to provide liquidity, click on what? Open position. So when you click on open position, what happens is that it brings you to this place where you have to choose your preset, right? In our master class yesterday, we taught exactly how to, go about these things in details and provided more key insight on how to maximize your bot, right? So if I click on, let's say I want to use this Fortress, right? Let's say I want to use Fortress. It says use Fortress. I'll just click on it, and it brings me to this place where it allows me to put in or to put the amount I would like is capitally. What do I mean by that? You may not have enough money. You can do liquidity provision. You may have big capital. You can do liquidity provision, meaning that it is for everybody. Let's assume you can provide liquidity with as little as $5, as little as $10. You can provide liquidity with as much $50, $200, $300, $1,000, depending on your capital or your capacity. And in doing that, remember, your capital stays in your wallet. No, you don't put it in Dexify. And I'll show you, I'll help you understand that process as I proceed, right? So now, once you have set up, you have put the amount you want to use to provide liquidity on this coin, what do? You simply come down here and review position. So when you click on review position, you can see how everything is going smoothly. You just click on this create position. It will scan the market and create the position for you, and you are making fees. As far as activities are happening on this coin, you are making fees, all right? And that's how beautiful it is. So now, you can provide liquidity using this particular method. We call this semi-automated. Now, why is it semi-automated? Because you have to impute these parameters by yourself. Now, look at this. You can also use what we call the bot, which is what we call the autonomous bot. Now, the autonomous is actually of capturing most trending liquidity or push in the space. Meaning that instead of you coming here to perform the activities one after the other, you will come here and just place a command and you will provide liquidity ASAP, right? Even with up to multiple pairs. So if you come here, all you need is just choose your strategy. You can see auto, you can see fortress, you can see steady, you can see flow, you can see surge, blaze, you can see so many of them. So all I need is what? I can just decide to leave it at quantum curve, right? Quantum. Now, and I'll just come here and I'll put in my amount. Now you can see here it's $100. I can decide to put $500 here or $1,000 here, right? That I want to use and provide liquidity, right? If it is $1,000 that I want to use, I'll just come here. Okay, how many pairs do I want to provide this liquidity with $1,000? I can just say maybe, let's say 1, or maybe 5, 2, or maybe 5, or maybe 10. Now, if I have such amount of money in my wallet, all I need is what? I'll just come down here and put in my reward target. Now, of course, you can see reward target here. You can see reward target here, right? You can see reward target. So you just put in your reward target. It's on 5% already. I can decide to say, oh, I want to exit this pool once I secure 5% profit, right? Just close the pool, return my money to my wallet ASAP, even when I'm not there, even when I'm at work, even when I'm sleeping. The bot can perform these actions. And these are the benefits of AI in our world today, right? So please, if you can still hear me, can I hear you? Can I see you spin the love emoji? All right. So I need feedback from our admins. Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Right on.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. So now, once you are done with that setting, which is very simple, you just come here and toggle the button on. Now, when you toggle the button on, it says scan, meaning that it is scanning the market to look for pairs that are trending, that has good volumes or good TVL, and provide liquidity for you even when you are not away. And until it reaches 10, it cannot stop. Why? Because you put it at 10. If you don't want it to scan, you just close it and it will close and it will stay, right? Anytime you want it to scan, you just toggle it on and it will scan according to your preset on the amount that you put in there. And that is the beauty of this particular bot. Now, what Dexify has simply you can copy their wallet. So just wait so that it can load. Now, when you copy their wallet, it allows you to take chances in the market using their expertise. And do you know what happened? Yesterday, we were exposed to a higher level of understanding on how to maximize this copy LP. Our boss in our masterclass yesterday, showed us tools that one can use to take more advantage of the crypto space. And guess what? People who used it yesterday night made a lot of money. I can tell you. And they are still making money. Why? Because you can copy these wallets and they are doing excellently well. All you need is what? Once you have gone through the process of copying the wallet, you copy the wallet, come here. Oh, can you still hear me? I don't know why my phone is hanging somehow, right? So when you copy this wallet, you come to this place, paste the wallet. Now you come to manage and paste the wallet, right? And when you paste the wallet, you just toggle this button on and it will copy, right? If you want to remove the wallet, you can remove the wallet. But once you want to copy this person, you just copy the wallet and paste it there, and it will start to copy LPs for you. As they close in profit, you are also making profit as well. And that is the beauty. Now, what Dexify is doing is simply cutting out all the process of doing these things that could take more time from people. And I can tell you can make more money in lesser time. Of course, we have what we call the digging pools, right? The digging. Now, in digging is, coins that are trading in the market. These coins, we call them pump and dump, where an individual can take chances on them. Sometimes somebody can tell you, oh, this is contract address of this coin, buy it. This coin is going to pump. Those who stand maybe analysis, or maybe they got some fundamental news about the coin, and one can actually go there and take a chance and make money. Now, there are people who are specialized in this. They are doing it normally in the space. What Dexify did was to mirror wallets of those in the digging community that are doing well, and an individual can copy it and make money as well. All right? And these are features an individual can use to also take advantage of the market. Then, when you are using this bot, today we have learned one thing about using a bot, right? Now, let's say something here. Let me just give us a brief understanding of how to manage this bot. For example, you are using ChatGPT, right? You know it's about prompt. The prompt to give it what it gives back to you. One thing, while using this bot, we have been making progress. Of course, you can see some of the progress and every other thing. The money that I made today alone, today I made, not much because I was very busy organizing one or two things. I made about $136. I think this is not that bad, but we can make, anybody can make as high as or more. Our coach yesterday, okay, that was during the master class, he showed us what he did. Over $1,000. The other day, one of our colleagues, who made over $1,000. There are a couple of testimonies flowing in 247 about people making consistent, income and making some good amount of money. And so many of them has even been brought up openly in our communities to share their testimonies. And every day we keep sharing testimonies of people who are reaching out, making progress. To now that the masterclass is even ongoing, it is more rampant. Why? Because people have come to understand on how to use this bot effectively. But guess what? You don't need to panic. All you need to do to understand exactly how to put this bot to perform excellent for you in using all these tools or 4 different ways of making money, which is the manual LP, which we call the semi-automated bot, or the autonomous bot, or the copied LP, or the copied agent. Any of these that you want to use, all you need is to make sure you have access or you are in our private mentorship group. Right? Now, why do you need to be there? There are already recorded videos that are made on how an individual can come, a novice, and go into the market and make money. That's the beauty of it. Now, while you take advantage of other mentorship that will anchor life and other mentorship that can come as a result of having access to this group, you are making progress. Now, recently, masterclass was started and people who are participating in it are making massive progress. Now, this masterclass on a normal costs about $20,000 to be able to access, but that particular masterclass is given at around 97% discount or 95% discount. And something great is happening there 247. And all you need to do is to position yourself. Now, even to get access to the masterclass is only when you have access to the private mentorship groups. Now, in this mentorship group, listen, we provide mentorship to our community on those that are using this bot on Mondays, right? Mondays, we share key insights on how one can maximize and use some strategies we are developing or we are using to make money, to make progress. And now on Wednesday is private masterclass. On Friday is private masterclass. And currently, we have another powerful class coming up for those in the what? In the affiliate group. And that is amazing. That is amazing. On our DVIP partners, and that is superb. All right, so that particular training is ready. Now the question is, how do you gain access to these particular meetings or maybe to these private groups? It's very simple. All you needed is just come here, click on store. Now let me repeat my actions again. I just clicked on more, click on store. It brings me here. Now it shows me this place. Now you will be seeing when you come here, what you are going to see is your account balance 0. And what you are going to see, when you see it 0, what it means is that you need to subscribe your bot, right? You need to subscribe your bot. Now, that is the only money you are expected to send into Dexify to purchase the bot, the subscription of the bot. Now, what is the subscription for? We call this D protocol. D protocol is gas Dexify used to provide liquidity. Now, without this gas, you cannot open position. It's not a rocket science. Every artificial intelligence uses gas. Without gas, it does not function. It's just like your phone or your gadgets without internet connection, right? So when you use Dexify, you needed to get what we call the gas. It's just like you buying a car, a brand new car. Oh, wonderful. But you need to put a fuel in it to drive it to somewhere. In fact, every AI technologies uses what we call gas fees. Gas fees is very normal. It's very normal, all right? So when you get your gas position with ease, all right, you can use Dexify. Dexify is, to download it, you are free. It's free, all right? All you need is just get a link, register with your email, and you get your D protocol. You can provide liquidity and make money. Your capital stays with you in your wallet, right? You don't put your capital here, okay? And this place is not where your capital is reflecting, right? Now, the capital you have will reflect in a wallet session, but this place reflects, let's say, any money you sent into Dexify to perform any activity, right? Maybe you send the money to buy your D protocol, it will reflect on your account balance. This is a place where you are seeing. Now, let me circle it so that you understand. So when you send money to Dexify to buy your D protocol or DVIP, you just come to this place, you are going to see that money reflecting here, all right? Or you are a DVIP partner, right? Listen to me. And you participated or you are participating in the current ongoing mentorship on DVIPs. I'm going to be explaining that later on how to maximize DVIP to make money. And you made money through the DVIP, which is another way of earning in Dexify. The money will reflect here and you can withdraw the money to any destination, all right? But on this place, when you send money to buy anything, it will reflect here. All right. So when you withdraw it, you'll be seeing the balance like this, either 00 or anything. All right. Now, when you come back here, you can see tier 1 costs about $105. And when you get the tier 1, you have access to the what? To the basic bot, which is what we call the semi-automated bot, right? Where you have an opportunity to provide liquidity using the manual technology. So manual technology meaning the first action I perform, you go to discover and you come here, you'll be the one to select the pool by yourself, right? You'll be the one to select the pair that you want to provide liquidity on by yourself, right? You can see it here. You'll be the one to select it. That shows that you are using manual, right? Then, if you get the gas of tier 2, you will also gain access to what? To the bot. But at this point, you can open more position, more than someone who is using the tier 1. All right? It gives you higher opportunity, higher scope in the market. Then, if you are using tier 3, you are doing what the big boys are doing. Why? We are here to make money. You will have access to what we call the autonomous bot, where you can perform with one setup, you can launch up to 50 pools in the market. And that is superb. So now, once you get your D protocol, let's say you get D protocol 3, you will have access to what we call the copy LP. Those of us who are in the master class, how far? You know, yesterday was Wasmos, right? Because they played a show. We were shown some practicals on how an individual can make money. People who experimented it immediately started making money. Why? All you need is just make sure you have access to what can give you advantage in the market. The market is open. There's a lot of money to be made. So when you have the deep protocol 3, which is the tier 3, you have access to autonomous, you have access to LP, to copy LP, you have access to copy digit, and you're also rewarded with what? DeFi speed. Hi. Oh my God. So when you have DeFi speed, it means the algorithm of your bot is performing at a high level. That's amazing. All you need is just position yourself. Then you can get it tier 4, which is about 2,550, and it gives you access to copy LP. It gives you access to LP reward, to access to DeFi speed, and also what? Maximum of $5,000 you can use to LP on this particular part. Do you know what it means? That you are deploying such amount of money in the market. Come on. Oh my God. For real. And using the autonomy bot, you're going to do crazy things, of course. So now you can use up to the tier 5. The tier 5 costs 4,000, and you have access to what? DVIP, DeFi Speed 3, DVIP 3 reward, and this, when you know the value of these things, you will know. Like, let me tell you something. I think I will do a personal training. Maybe in our master class, I will help us to, I will open our eyes to some of these things, because most times, most people don't understand what these things mean, right? So now, you can take advantage of unlocking a higher bot for your bot, right? And you can do crazy things in the market. You on the TSCs, you have unlimited pool inputs, and you have DeFi Speed 4, and you have DVIP 4 reward, meaning that your bot is performing at a lesser focus level. That is incredible. And once you get your D protocol, what do? You reach out to our admins. Can you still hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you, sir.
All right. All right. So, okay, let me share my screen again. I think just network distracted me. All right. So now When you get your DVIPs, what do you do? Your D protocol, what do? You reach out to admins in different groups where you happen to access the link to join this particular Zoom tonight. You will have access to admins. There are admins there. You can chat them and request for you to be added in our private group mentorships, where you will start to assess the rights you have in those groups as a result of the level you're operating on. All right? And guess what? If you get the tier 1 and tier 2, you get access to our private mentorship group. And when you get the tier 3 to tier 6, you get access to the group that is in equivalent to the strength of your bot, right? Where you can maximize some informations that will help you to move or to make better progress. And you can also take advantage of what we call the DVIPs. The DVIP, it says, earn more as a DVIP partner. Dexify considers every DVIP holder as a partner. If you notice, you find out that when you buy the protocol to even do your LP, Dexify gives you free DVIPs, meaning that you can maximize this aspect of bot. Most people have it. They don't understand what it is or how to maximize it. But currently, there is also a training on how an individual can maximize DVIP to make extra income for him or herself. And of course, DVIP 1, you can get it tier 1, you can get it tier 2, you can get it tier 3, you can get it tier 4. And you can also get what we call the tier 5 and the tier 6. Now, this particular tiers puts you on a different level. The tier 5 and tier 6. Tier 5 and tier 6 is considered to be Dexify partnership, VIP partnership, right? Meaning that it is like you have a share in Dexify. Now, Dexify runs what we call global pool. Global pool is in the sense that for anything, any purchase anybody make, when you buy any of the gas or whatever, Dexify removes 7% to this pool. Now, what does it mean? It means a reward for DVIP 5 and DVIP 6 holders. This is crazy, bro. I'm telling you the honest truth. Now, recently, Elon Musk went public with his IPOs. And you see a mechanic who had a share of some mega amount of money became a millionaire. Countless of such stories of people who took advantage or positioned themselves in companies like this make massive progress. What we deal with is a revolution of the day, artificial intelligence at highest peak. And I can tell you it can only get better. Now imagine a time in global pool, an individual sharing up to $500,000 or $1 million. That is superb. That is huge. To the sound of my voice tonight, this is actually for the big boys. But in case you want to understand how perfectly the advantages are, you can reach out to admins or you can reach out to me personally, and I'll give you some key insight about this particular package, and you make massive progress. All right. So when you get any of this particular product, which is the packages, either the D protocol. Now, remember, D protocol is strictly for LP. When you have it, you can provide liquidity unlimited. When you have DVIPs, you can also have access to another type of income, which can position you to make a lot of money in Dexify. Now, remember, the masterclass is still ongoing, right? And the training, I think the training for the DVIP partnership is going to be holding tomorrow. So those of us who were in the general masterclass that heard about 3 days or 4 days ago also understood exactly what we are talking about here. And in case if you don't understand, reach out to admins, all right? So at this point, I'm going to be taking a few questions before we round it up for the day. I'm going to be taking a few questions, right? I'm going to be taking a few questions. So if you have a question, just send it on the DM. Just send it on DM and I will review your question. We have just only about a few minutes to do this, only about the next 5 minutes, and we are done, all right? So if you have any question of any kind now, any question you're going to be asking should be a question related to, okay, how do I use this bot, or how do I get involved, or how to, get your D protocol? Why? because we have our private group mentorships or groups, or you can reach out to admins if you have any question at all on using the bot, if you're already a user of the bot. All right. And we're going to be addressing that because we can't cover everything here. Our time is already up. All right. So if you have any confusion on how to maybe get involved, how to, buy your USDT or get USDT or buy your D protocol, just, put up your question. All right. Just put up your question. Put up your question. Okay. So here I have some. Somebody say, Boss Empire, I want to ask, if you buy DVIP3, will autonomous open for you, right? If you buy DVIP3. Now, let's check. If you buy, will autonomous, right? So all these things is already there, which you can have access to the information. You just go to more. Now you can see, remember with what I say, the protocol gives you as to LP, meaning that which with the protocol 3, you have access to autonomous, but with 3, right, that channel of earning, I don't know how to put it. You just need to be find yourself in this particular DVIP partnership training that is going to be holding tomorrow, right? It's going to be mind-blowing, right? So that you understand exactly what I'm trying to say, okay? But you don't have access to what? To the autonomous bot. All right, so now, okay, somebody was saying you were, okay, that was when I was asking where I was. All right, somebody was reminding me. Okay, thank you. All right, so let me have your question. Okay, Mr. Okay, I can see I have already answered that question. Will autonomous bot open for DVIP3? It will open for D protocol 3, not DVIP3. DVIP3 has a very big advantage on its own as well. Okay, somebody says, I have $10 and I don't know anything about this. Please take me through what I need to do. Okay, now, all you need to do is to get your D protocol. Once you get your D protocol, you gain access to our private group mentorship where you are going to be schooled on exactly what to do and how to do it, right? Better still, you can reach out to admins and they'll provide with you some guidelines and you make progress, all right? All right, it's very important. Somebody said, is it necessary to send USDC to my Dexify wallet account to activate my Deep VIP1? No. Please remember, what you send, if you want to buy DVIP or D protocol, what you have to send to Dexify is USDT, not USDC. Please. And not Solana. But you are going to be sending USDT through a Solana wallet address. Please just understand the difference. Some people will make some mistake. They will go and convert their USDT to Solana and send it, and they will be looking for trouble. Please, just, it is written. Read some prompt there. It is clearly written. Send USDT to Solana wallet address and purchase anything you want to purchase, please. Not USDC. What you use in providing liquidity is USDC, meaning that your USDC will have to be in your Jupiter, all right? Okay, so now I think there's no more question. And at this point, I want to appreciate each and every one of us who joined us on this particular amazing session tonight. Okay, I think I have just a few, and just one more or two more questions, and we'll wrap it up from here. All right, somebody said, boss, can DVIP2 get me to 10K in profit in consistency? I don't know, but let me answer you this question. All you need is, if you have DVIP, find yourself in that training, right? And you see how it is possible. You can generate over $100,000 using that particular process with ease. You are going to see it. Something huge is happening there. Okay, someone say, what wallet do I connect to Dexify? Now you happen to access the link to join this training, right? Very important. Just very important. To Dexify, you can use Jupiter. For we prefer Jupiter, right? Jupiter is a decentralized Solana network, and you can use Soflay. Soflay is also Solana network. You can use Phantom as well, all right? But we prefer Jupiter. Me in particular, I prefer Jupiter, all right? So you can use Jupiter. Does DPro expires? No, DPro does not expire. DPro does not expire. It lasts as long as you have it, right? So except that you are using it, it is decreasing. When you are using it, it's just like you putting a fuel in your car. You are driving it, it is decreasing, right? But any DPro will make almost times 10 of how much you used to buy it. That is very, very important. All right, somebody say King Empire. Thanks much. You are a wonderful coach. God bless you, boss. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, thank you for that. Just one more question. Please, how do I buy liquidity on the protocol starter? I don't really understand this, but what I understand is that you want to buy the protocol, right? To start, all you need to do is to transfer USDT. If you want to buy the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, transfer USDT to Dexify. Just copy the wallet address on that asset, deposit, you are going to see it. Take it to your exchange or wherever you are withdrawing from, send it there, and you buy. And you are good to go. All right? So at this point, we will be wrapping this meeting up from here. I want to appreciate you once again for joining. All you need to do is to make use of the information you are getting. And I tell you, you're going to distinguish yourself. You're going to be one of the leaders of the AI technologies in 21st century. God bless you. Good night.